Call of Duty Mobile dropped yesterday for Android and iOS, and we've got your first look at the new game from Activision, Tencent, and Teamy. How's it hanging, mobile gamers? Welcome back to Geeks Gaming Guide. I'm your host, Trogthorpe, and today we are taking a look at the new release from Activision. It is Call of Duty Mobile. Many of you have been waiting for this for a while. It did drop yesterday, Android and iOS for global version, so it is now available. It was hard to get on for a while this morning because the servers did crash. Apparently there is a lot of excitement about this game. So I'm going to go ahead and take you through the introduction, through some of the training and the first couple of matches, kind of give you a feel for it and give you my first impressions. So first of all, I've got to say I had no clue that Tencent and Teamy were behind this. I know Tencent has been responsible for PUBG Mobile here in the States, the global version, and if I'm not mistaken, Teamy is behind the Chinese version, which usually has the updates before the Tencent version. So that right there should tell you that this seems to be coming from somebody who knows what they're doing when it comes to a mobile shooter game. Now, the next thing I need to tell you, it has been probably close to a decade since I have played any Call of Duty games on console, PC, or otherwise. So I will give you what I remember things to be. I may or may not be right. Please forgive me. Drop a comment in the notes. Please let me know what you know. But first of all, the automatic default mode here is that you point your gun at someone and it shoots them. Yeah, that's kind of lame in my opinion, but it does have, the next is the advanced mode where you actually have to point it and you have to shoot it. But again, it kind of does a lot of it automatically. It seeks the targets, finds them, and does it. I had to point it at them, and then once I zoomed in, it did the shooting. You'll see here in a little bit, I actually go into the advanced mode settings, and I'm going to go ahead and change it to a claw grip, and I'm going to change some of the settings so it's a little bit more manual, a little less automatic. I'm hoping that they take a lot of that out or change how automatic it is. I'll get into that more here in a little bit, but the graphics are amazing. You can tell that they spent a lot of time making this game look good. I'm only on medium setting here, and the graphics are already really good. So I'm really impressed with it there. This first gun that it gives you here is called the M4. It is, in a lot of ways, what I can see, it's very comparable to the M416 in PUBG Mobile. It's a pretty good gun. This here is the sniper. It seems like all of their snipers come with a scope attached automatically, unlike PUBG. When you start the matches, you choose which loadout you want, and you automatically have those guns. I don't know if that's true in all of the matches, but from what I remember of my Call of Duty days way back in the day, that's the case, is you choose your loadout before you go into the match. It's more a military type, whereas PUBG Mobile, the story behind a lot of that is prisoner breakouts and the like. This is more a military strike, so you drop into a zone, you've already got your guns, you're already armed and loaded, so there's perks and drawbacks to both. I will be doing a comparison video here in the next little bit between this and PUBG Mobile, since they are both very similar games. So I'll try not to make too many references back to PUBG. This is more about the Call of Duty Mobile here. So you can see just those graphics. Those are just incredible graphics, really smooth rendering. You can tell that that's what they spent a lot of their time on. Now, at the time of this recording, the only mode that's available, I'm not sure what they call it in this. It's the multiplayer version, and it is very comparable to Team Deathmatch in PUBG Mobile. I'm sorry to keep making those references, but that's my point of view here. It does not have full mission mode, and it is just drop in with 4 teammates and fight against an enemy squad that has also 5 total people. So first to 50 kills wins the match, and the more you use certain guns in matches, the more you rank up those guns, so you can get attachments, you can get other upgrades like better bullet capacity, better firing speed, better aim, things like that. It gives you different upgrades on it. So you can see here, The only mode I've been able to see so far is first-person shooter, which is what I recall. There's no third person in Call of Duty, but it's okay. I like first-person, and the movement, the motion is a little rough and clunky. The auto aim seems to do a lot of it for you. You'll see after this one here, I went in and adjusted my settings so that they were more to my liking. I set up for claw method, as well as making some adjustments to make it so that everything was more manual. I don't like the feeling of having the computer do all of the work for me. I want to be able to scope in when I want to scope in. I want to shoot from the hip when I want to shoot from the hip. I just want to do it my way when I'm doing it, and it's still going to take some more adjustment. I'm still trying to figure it out. But it is a little bit closer to what I like on this one. You can see there it does give you a brief period of invincibility after you respawn so that your enemy can't sit in your base and camp you. And you'll see here that some of the fighting did get a little more smooth the more I adjusted my settings. I haven't found the ability to fine-tune sensitivities yet. It might be in there somewhere. I haven't dug that deep yet, to be honest. But I'm liking where it's going. I will say, though, I really hope that they dull down the auto aim. It is way overpowered. It is giving way too much credit to the machine and not enough to the guy. It just takes all the skill out of the game, in my opinion. And you'll see here from the way that the aim mechanics work with the sniping, you really don't have to be very accurate at all. That one should not have been close to a kill. I shouldn't have even hit him. I completely potatoed that, but yet somehow I still got the kill. So it has a lot of weirdness to it, and a lot of it, like I said, seems to be done for you, which just takes the fun out of it. I don't want to be playing a game where I'm running along having a good match and some 5-year-old snipes me because he's got the machine doing it for him. That just takes the fun out of it. I want to go against players with skill and go skill versus skill on it. So you can see, though, I mean, I am able to strafe while sniping. I'm able to do a lot of the movements that I'm familiar with. You see the frag fly in there. I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that I could see the trail on that frag. That kind of takes the edge off of that as well. But, you know, each game has its own kind of settings. Look at this. This guy can barely even see anything. And somehow I step out there. It's just the aim for you seems to do a lot of the work. So I think that it needs some refinement. But I think overall it has a lot of potential. It's a lot of fun to play already. And like I said before, those graphics are just incredible. I mean, look at that quality. So overall, I think it's a really good game, and we'll continue to watch it. I'll let you know when I see the next game modes come out. And then also, like I said, you can expect probably later this week a comparison between PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile, at least on the Team Deathmatch versus this mode, if the full mode hasn't been released yet. I hope you enjoyed this first look at Call of Duty Mobile. It's definitely a fun game. It definitely has a lot of potential, and I will definitely keep you updated as things progress. So, as always, may you see your enemies first, and may your shot be their last. Thanks for tuning in.